Mic check. Is it possible? Is it possible to look at your followers? Like actually see who's following you? Because it notifies me, right? When someone follows, but sometimes people unfollow, and that's fine. But how am I supposed to harass the people? How am I supposed to prevent echo? How am I supposed to harass these people who fucking bail on me, man? I gotta dox these people. This is let's see, creator dashboard maybe. I'm finding out today, son. Oh my god, there's what's her name again? Pokimane on the dashboard. Go away, Pokimane. No one wants to manage stream. I don't need all this. Introduce guest star. Remind me later. I don't give a shit. Let's see. You know what? It actually doesn't bother me because, okay, it doesn't show who's left. I was kidding. By the way. I was joking about the dogs thing. If you haven't been paying attention to the Sniper Wolf controversy, which, dude, what a brilliant idea. Like, no, seriously, what a brilliant business plan from Sniper Wolf. I had thought of doing this before, but it never occurred to me. I don't mean that Sniper Wolf... Sniper Wolf got into a spat with another streamer and took a picture of the front of his fucking house and, like, posted it to Instagram. Super dangerous. You don't fucking do that. I don't care how mad you are. You don't create a situation where a person is potentially in life-threatening danger because you're pissy. Fuck off. I'm actually really disappointed in her for that because I used to actually watch her content. Of course, I thought that she was really good at Call of Duty when it turns out it's her mediocre-looking boyfriend who's actually good at Call of Duty, and she's just like the face of the thing, which is kind of a bummer because I think they're separating. He's taking a bunch of her money or something. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with her in years. But I have been thinking about, like, if I were to make a new channel, like, let's say I started completely from scratch, right? And let's say I really did want nothing but success. I didn't care about authenticity. I didn't really care about the community. I was willing to say, play a character, create a character, act out that character, sort of like Dr. Disrespect or something, right? Like what things would I do and what things wouldn't I do? And this is purely hypothetical. It's way too much work. I don't think that I would ever do it. But I got to thinking about it, and I think that Sniper Wolf had about the best idea you could come up with, right? You have someone who is very attractive be the face of a collective or a partnership, right? So all you have to do is say, have 3, maybe 4 people. She did it with 2, but realistically what you do is you'd have 3 or 4 people, because what you could do is you could have one person who is, say, really good at puzzles, another person who is mechanically gifted, another person that is the face and has like a personality and charisma, and then another person that edits or moderates all the stuff. And those 4 people could create an insane streaming business model if they wanted to. According to Twitch, my bitrate is unstable. But yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about this lately. What is it? The spiffing Brit and all the different ways that you come up with really clever ways of taking advantage of the system. Like what I'm pretty sure it was the. That's interesting. Did it change the title of my stream? Hang on. No, it didn't. So the name of my event is, before you even start, ChatGPT came up with the title, LOL. But that's because I typed it into the fucking chat box at the beginning of stream. That's really weird that it did that, because that's not the title of the stream. But when I look at the Twitch, it doesn't matter. Fucking neither here nor there. ADHD, boys. You're looking at it. You're looking at the ADHD. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that you really, really can game the system if you're clever. That whole spiffing Brit thing, where all he did was he created an event like 30 minutes from now, and then repeated that for a couple hours, and the number of people that ended queued in for the premiere of a video like tripled or something ridiculous. There's also tricks where like you record footage, right? But then you slow it to 50% and you make it a gimmick that the video needs to be played at 2x speed in order to understand what the fuck is going on. But that also kind of games the system, because what it does is it makes it so that you get more views because it takes half the amount of time. So the turnover, right, is crazy. It might be the other way around where you speed it up, but you have to slow it down. That's what it is. You speed up your actual footage and you make the gimmick, hey, you have to watch this at 0.5 speed. And now the amount of time that a person's eyes is on the video is twice the length of the video, which makes it gives the impression that the video is well liked and watched a lot when really it's just a gimmick. And it's like, damn, dude, that's so clever. And I have been thinking about that. Like what weird things can you do to game the system? How many of them can you do back to back, you know, before it gets to be too much? So I need to find an incredibly hot girl. I would use my girlfriend, but she would never, ever do this. She's way too shy for it. I appreciate that. I understand. She is real weird about the stream thing. Like, it's okay that you know she exists, but you can never see her or know who she is. I would probably lose her if I did. Which I guess I appreciate that. You know, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Well, okay, so we're going to start with this first video here. Who sent this? Alfred did. So it's probably going to be sick as fuck. Right. Like, coming from a cybersecurity standpoint, you understand, like, there is an inherent risk in what you do every time you put yourself on the internet. May the tears of those left behind power our engines. Why does this sound like a Warhammer 40K quote? All right, if there are somehow magically someone in here new that has never watched me before, I usually start the stream just kind of shooting the shit, watching random videos and stuff. Here in about a half hour, maybe longer if people keep inundating me with fucking memes, which they probably will, but hopefully shorter, we'll start Amnesia Bunker, which I have never played. The only Amnesia I ever played was Dark Descent when it first came out, and I never finished it. Yeah, it says that there are bitrate issues, but on my end, I have no dropped frames, and the bitrate is stable. You can see if there is transcoding and go to a lower setting. Okay, I dig that art style. That's pretty sick. Sup, extra! Extras here, everybody. Okay, this reminds... Shut up. Hell yeah! Yeah, he's feeling it. Okay, that right there is straight out of The Thing from the 80s. That's fucking dope. Which, I mean, The Thing isn't technically from the 80s. You know what I mean, the more popular one. Retro Space. It's another Mint Stid recommendation. The elevator music, nice. I do just want to say, like, when it comes to Alfred and Stid, they have a very definitive, like, taste in games. And it's either the most based fucking game you've ever seen, or you're like, what the fuck, man? You enjoy this? Like, there's no in between. Like, there are no mediocre games. There's either something you just don't get or something that you're like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in my life. It's like... to be fair, it's usually more on the base end, but every now and then I play something and I'm like, why am I playing this? I'm so confused. No, this actually looks sick as hell. When does it come out? Do you know? It doesn't have a date here, does it? Did it say in the video and I'm just blind? Oh, I spilled coffee on me. My hand was suddenly wet and I was very confused, chat. I felt the flashbacks, PTSD. Horrible, horrible flashbacks. Oh, there's another video before we get back to you, Stid. Hang on. It's probably a meme. $10 is a meme. Is it a meme? It's a 17-minute long compilation of memes. How...
Nom, nom, nom.
You want food?
All right, listen. We can't go through a full 17-minute video of memes, but you got me. The first couple were not bad. No way. No way. Agent 64. I think I've heard of this. Man, I'm so glad that game developers finally figured out that the reason why their retro graphics didn't look legitimately like N64 graphics is the fact that N64 handles textures in a way that they blur. So like you notice how like the wall and stuff is blurred. It was like some kind of Gaussian thing that helped with processing, if I remember right. So it does not surprise me that a lot of retro graphics are actually too crisp. A lot of retro style games are too crisp. They're so pixelated and obviously pixelated that on a modern monitor, wow, that's a fucking mouthful. They don't look quite right. But adding that little blur, man. Also, I love how the gun wiggles. That's exactly how it looks in the 64. Let me know if it's too loud. A lot of these are very loud. This looks amazing. By the way, this just looks amazing. Are these available on Steam? Oh, we got special offers. Oh no, what is this? I'll check it. I'll check it. There's so much going on. Dude, what is this? Oh, is it a modern? If it's a modern... Oh, but why is it mixed? All right, hang on. I always go full screen whenever I check Discord, just in case someone decides to, like, send me unsolicited nudes. Let's see. And it was a smart plan, given what is here. What is Gradio? Visit site. Please don't hack me. Okay, or let's not, because Discord sucks. Hang on, chat. Hang on. We're doing a mad scientist experiment here. Hold up. I fucking love the username and password, by the way. Super easy to remember, but awesome. Nobody would guess that, dude. Nobody. Super brilliant. What is this? What am I looking at? Yes. Yeah. Do I want to save this password? Yes. How can I help you today? You there? Yes, I'm here. How can I assist you today? What is this? Okay, wait. Is this an implementation of ChatGPT or another machine learning algorithm? Boop. Oh, I can't hit enter. Yes, this is an implementation of GPT-3 language model by OpenAI. It's a state of... Okay. Interesting. So, what is this? What actually is this? It's my gutted version of the text generation web UI using LLM instead of the slower methods. I will say that it's very, very quick. But how good is it? Is it equivalent to GPT-3? Does it have the same size model? Let's see. Do you have the ability to access documentation on the web. So it'll tell me how new it is. Yes, I have the ability to access documentation on the web. It's a little broken. Little broken. Do you see what happened? I think I accidentally regenerated. Oh, it's because enter doesn't work. Alt enter is continue. Okay, so I've hit like enter and then space or something and messed it up. Does it have memory? It does not. Okay, let me see. Docs.godot engine. I just spelled engine wrong. Engine.org. I'm going to make this quick. We'll get back to the memes. Just hang on. I'm just really curious. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is stable. Oh, no, this is the 4.1. That's interesting. Stable used to be 3. I need you to peruse this document and see if you can determine means by which I can implement a hierarchical, did I spell that right? I feel like I spelled that wrong. Hierarchical state machine. And I'm an idiot. Shit. Nope, I'm an idiot. No. No, sorry. Hang on, boys. I'm only going to do this one more time, but for whatever reason, it didn't copy this. I hit Control C, I thought. There we go. Oh, alt. Okay, yep. Let's see what it does. Oh, yeah. It's incredibly quick. But this I'm end thing, I think, is an error. It is way, way, way faster than the regular ChatGPT. But it does have some issues. I didn't choose anything. After reviewing the Godot documentation, I see it right. Could be implemented by built-in state tree feature. This allows multiple layers of states to be organized into a hierarchy, with each layer representing a different stage in the process being modeled. By organizing these stages in a hierarchy, it becomes easier to manage and understand the overall system. Additionally, this approach allows for more complex systems to be modeled while still maintaining a clear and concise structure. Okay, that's cool. I had heard that there was a state tree feature, but I've never used it because it... Oh, wait. Okay, so we have mode chat. Yeah, it's chat instruct. What does this mean? Defines how the chat prompt is generated. In instruct and chat instruct modes, the instruction template selected under parameters instruction template must match the current model. That doesn't help me understand what's going on. Damn. I really want to delve into this, but I know that if I do at the beginning of stream, it's going to be an hour of me asking questions to this. Like I already know. So give me a second. We'll come back around to it because I want to understand what the fuck is going on there. It's just running on my machine, so link won't stay up, but good to see the share function works. Yeah, it does. Is there anything that you like? Okay, because it's temporary, maybe give me some examples of some things I could try out that you maybe would want tested. Right? Like it's interesting because like this, I believe is correct, because if I Google Godot 3 state tree, I'm probably not going to get any good results. Yeah, so the new animation tree in state machine is 4. Previously, when I had asked ChatGPT, hey, how do I implement state machines? You had to do it all in code using layered nodes, which is obnoxious. It did have an animation tree, which is great for handling animations, but if you start like really wanted to get into, say, like the physics, because I was working on a 2D game where you could change the direction of gravity, right? Like I wanted each direction of gravity to be a different state, because you can't have gravity in two places at the same time. It's only ever going to be in one of those 4 states. And it's easy to implement in code outside of it being a state. But when you start expanding it, right? Like if it's just in the player script, it's only affecting the player. But what if you want something peculiar where like, Enemies now are being sucked up into the air when gravity changes, but only certain enemies. So you can't apply it to all character assets. You have to apply it to individual types of enemies that you want to, but instead, by having a state machine script somewhere, which it would actually be at least two, right? You'd have a state machine that's reusable and then some other scripts that define individual states. And then what you do is you just call the state machine processes the state script, right? And it's applied to that character, and it reduces boilerplate code because you're reusing that same. Anyway, I think that's really, really interesting. Clear history by clicking trash can and confirming. Okay. Confirm. Yeah, it appears to work. So we'll get back to memes. I'm just curious. It's very experimental, and I barely got it working as devs of MLC LLM managed to break it. Had to dig an earlier commit. And yeah, the model backend is the LLM, right? I mean, I just took Uba Gooba's web UI and gutted it to heck. So I'm thinking about dropping a bunch of my streaming services. It just is like, why does this matter? OpenAI is going to drop the price of GPT-4 soon. It's what I've heard, is that they're going to drop it. And what I heard was that they were going to make it considerably cheaper. Like you would pay $1 or $2 a month to have access to GPT-4. And I'm very, very interested in that because I would 1,000,000% use that to help me code games. If I ran into issues and I needed an explanation, oftentimes when I used it, what was the other game? Retrospace? When I used it, and I explained this to Jordan because he didn't know anything about it and he was struggling with his classes. I'm like, listen, you can use this to cheat on your homework, or you can have it rephrase things for you so you actually learn. So the textbook has a paragraph. You don't know what the fuck this paragraph means. You literally copy pasta it into ChatGPT and be like, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and you can learn really, really well that way. Gonna push my gutted version in a bit with some instructions. I'll link them to you. I'd be interested to know what the speeds you get on the, well, how are you gonna benchmark the speeds unless you build in a benchmark? I already have Rain World. I bought it yesterday. Yeah, the reason why I got Rain World is because it has one of the most advanced artificial intelligence systems for like the animations are artificially intelligent. There's machine learning algorithms that process transitions between animations and also the behaviors of enemies, although we can't call them enemies because they vary in demeanor based on your actions. Very interested in seeing that code actually executed on my machine, what it actually looks like. It has stats printed in the terminal. Got it is in, yeah. So he's gotten rid of a lot of the excess. There is an interesting video, Rain World. There is an interesting video on this. I think it's this one. The most complex ecosystem in any game, and it discusses animation and AI, like super interesting.
Rainworld begins with a cutscene showing a family of weasel-like creatures.
I'm only going to watch this one section, and then we'll move on.
It's called slug cats struggling to survive. A storm breaks out, and a young slug cat, the protagonist, falls into the drains below, and awakens in a new and unknown environment. The game then quite literally drops you into the ecosystem. It's disorienting at first, but pretty quickly you learn how to live like a slug cat. In this world, you are small but crafty, able to catch and feed on small creatures like the fluttering bat flies. But from your first steps, the animation feels different. And that's because it is. Like most of the creatures you'll meet in Rainworld, the slug cat is procedurally animated, meaning its animation is determined in real time through code interacting with the game's environment. Since the dawn of
that is something I am very, very interested in. I'm very interested in procedural animation. I think that it's really, really interesting, and you don't see it used a lot. Rain World is incredibly complex, but it's not unfeasible to be able to implement procedural animation. And I have to go way up for all these videos. Procedural animation. Okay, that is the last one I watched in 3D games. And like you guys have heard of like Cascader, right? Cascader. I am definitely not spelling that right. It has a Q in there. I know it does. Yeah, okay. It's this. This is very, very interesting. It's an AI animation tool that is free, I'm pretty sure.
Faster. One of the Cascadeur's main features is auto-posing, a unique smart rig for humanoid characters.
So if you ever need to do really, really advanced animation very, very quickly, this will help. And I'm pretty sure it's free. Which means that like between Blender, Unreal, and Cascader, you can make really, really interesting and complex animations. You need to program someone who knows capoeira. It's not going to be an issue. You can absolutely do it. Listen, I'm getting this update because I don't want to be bothered with it again. Thank you. Yes. Oh shit. Wait, what? Great. You broke VLC. Thank you. Now VLC is broken. That's great. Probably. Yes, VLC is. God damn it. Are you fucking serious? All right. Can you get MPV for MPV Windows? Hang on. I should have not gotten the update. Let's see. Oh, yep, you can. All right. Windows builds. We can use Git, but I'm going to use SourceForge, I think. Download latest. This should be safe, right? Absolutely not doing that. That's interesting. I've never gotten MPV for Windows. Yeah, you have to compile it and stuff. Son of a bitch. All right, hang on. Add remove. Super, super, super annoying. Let's flip the name. It won't let me do it because it's an asshole. VLC's all the way at the bottom. I have to go all the way down. Let's see. MPV is based. Yeah, MPV is good, and I use it on Linux, but installing it on Windows apparently is not that intuitive. If I have to compile it, I'm not going through that much trouble. Cannot find the uninstall. Are you fucking kidding me? It's done this before. VLC has legitimately done this before, but I don't remember how I fixed it. And the fact that it decided to do it while I was live on stream pisses me off, dude. Yeah, it says either command line right, which means I probably physically have to go. Oh, hang on. This is fucking dumb. Sorry. Thank you for fucking ruining my stream, you piece of shit. No shit. Like now I have to physically go find it and delete it most likely. Yeah, video LAN. There we go. VLC. Yep. There's an uninstall.log. But there's not an uninstall.exe. Delete. Yes, continue. It won't let me delete it even with fucking admin privileges. This is crazy. I think what I did last time was I actually got an old version. I literally got an old version of it and installed the old version. Change settings. Next. Sure. Delete preferences and cache. No. Next. So it can't write to a particular file, probably because the file is in use. So we're going to have to get fucking MPV, and I'm going to have to deal with this later. Like, this actually has me pissed off. What an incredible fucking pain in the ass it is that it did that. Sure. Is this latest? It is. Save. What is Revo uninstall? I've never heard of that. Why did it not? Everything's being weird. You don't want to know what VLC4 nightly looks like. UI is so much worse. It's a .com file installer. It's a bat file that I have to use to install it. Bro, you're going to have to give me a minute. I'm experiencing technical difficulties. Like, my guess is I would actually need to log out and log back in to eject any instance of that particular file being in use, but I can't do that and stream at the same time. That's super, super, super obnoxious that it did that. Is there any instance obviously running? There is not. It's an uninstall program that can remove stuff from registry as well. It has different levels of remover. Yeah, I just have to buy it. So I'm not doing that. I'm not spending $15 to uninstall VLC. So any videos that you send me, I can't watch them. Like, that's so fucking stupid. That is so incredibly dumb. It drives me crazy. I wonder if I can go into the command line and do it there. Okay. Hang on. Program files. Dir? Yeah, it's dir. Video LAN. CD into video LAN. RM. Oh, wait. What is the remove command? Is it RM? Shit, I don't know how to do this in fucking Windows command line, boys. Do you guys know how to do this in Windows command line? Here. All right, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use, let's use terminal. Maybe terminal will let me do it, right? So CD, we need to go up twice and then CD into program files. And then we want to RM on Linux, it would be RM-RF video LAN, right? Parameter can't be found that matches parameter RF. Okay, that's recursive forced is what that is. Okay, so RM just recursive. Oh, I don't have backslash. What does it say? Cannot be removed because it's not empty, which is what the .f does. Hang on. Run as administrator. Yes. Someone help me out here. How would you do this in Windows? Right? Yeah, I am. But it's complaining that it's not empty is what it's complaining about. Right. See, a parameter cannot be found that matches the parameter RF at right. Okay, we'll try that. That's clever. Item. Why do I have to use capitals? That's insane. Oop, put a space. Force. And then it would be video LAN. Directory is not empty. Does not work. It won't let me. I did that. I already did that. It will not let me delete this with administrator privileges. Try again. Try again. Try again. Do you see what I'm saying? Something is using the file. Here, listen. I hate to do this. I'm going to stop the stream really quick. I'm going to restart, uninstall. Yeah, I think I need to restart the PC. I hate to do that. Will you guys be back when I come back? Because I can't watch any of your fucking memes because fucking VLC is broken. Look, if I go into Task Manager and I go under Details and I order it so that VLC is listed, VLC is not here. All the obvious things I've already done, I promise you. I'm not a completely computer illiterate. You see what I'm saying? It's not here at all. So there is a DLL called lib something that is also not listed here. Told you. So you guys are just going to have to hang out. I'll be right back. This is the second time VLC has done this. But even if I do decide to install MPV, I need a replacement, right? Right. Windows sucks for this. On Linux, this would not be a thing with VLC at all. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to restart my PC. So fuck. I'm sorry, boys.